Welcome back to Autism at Home, brought to you by us at EAP Malaysia through our non-profit initiative, The Hope Project. My name is Joshebet Isaacs, and we are in the third lesson of our Following Instructions series. In the last two lessons, we introduced you to the importance of children learning to cooperate with instructions, as well as how to teach the instruction "come here" in a variety of settings. Today, we will talk about teaching a whole list of other everyday instructions that a child is likely to hear day in and day out. Like when they visit a relative and they need to wave or say hi. Say hi. Hi. Or when they're sitting for story time and mom asks them to sit with crisscross legs. It's a bird. Bird. Or even as simple as to go throw away the tissue they just wiped their nose with. Hence, it is important for all children, even with limited language skills, to understand at least some basic instructions they would hear every day. In this lesson, we will teach you how to teach everyday instructions as part of the everyday routine you already do with your child. However, just like come here play and come here table, there's also a possibility that some children will find learning in the natural setting hard due to them having a lower attention span. So in the next lesson, we also cover how to teach instructions in a more formal, structured setting. In other words, at the table. An important prerequisite for learning everyday instructions is the skill of imitation. Imitation is the foundation of much learning. Imitation is how we learn to speak, learn to brush our teeth, or even learn to drive a car as an adult. In order for a child to learn everyday instructions, they need to be able to imitate or copy it from watching an adult or video. It can be hard for a child to understand what words like point or wave mean unless an adult shows them first. This doesn't mean that our children must be fluent at imitation and be able to imitate everything all the time. There are many types of imitation. Some are easier than others. Generally, very big actions like standing up or jumping may be easier to imitate compared to smaller actions like sticking one's tongue out or touching your index finger to your thumb. This is because the smaller the action, the smaller the muscles involved, and the more control and concentration required. For us at EAP, it is very common for many of the children who start with us to have maybe some imitation but not a lot. And that's totally okay. We can still teach them instructions they can do with the imitation skills they already have, while at the same time working on strengthening those imitation skills. If you're not sure if your child can imitate, some signs that they have at least some imitation is if they already speak a few words, or you have seen them copying basic actions in, let's say, nursery rhymes like wheels on the bus or happy and you know it, clap your hands. So if your child looks like they can imitate, great. Let's talk about teaching everyday instructions in a natural setting. Here is an example items list of very common but non-exhaustive instructions a child might hear at home. Notice how each instruction has a bracket next to it. Instructions are typically easier to learn when they come with some sort of cue, and usually we give these cues naturally in everyday life anyway. Take a look at these examples.
Okay, Balkis, Mommy's gonna go to work. Bye! Bye-bye, see you! High five! Yay! Okay, Balkis, 5 more seconds, and then we'll need to clean up, okay? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, clean up. Clean up, clean up, everybody, everywhere. Clean up, everybody do your share. Clean up, clean up. Very well done. Big high five. Good job.
Notice how in each example, the adult did something first, which cued the child what they should do in return. Not all instructions come with cues, but it is easier to learn the ones that do have cues first. The materials you will need for everyday instructions will vary because it depends on the instruction you are teaching. It is also highly recommended to have a short video model for each instruction that you can take with another adult in your home. Alternatively, some children can learn by imitating the adult first as a prompt.
Okay, Bell Kids, 5 more seconds, okay? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Alright, we're all done. Clean up. Clean up, clean up. Everybody, everywhere. That's right. Clean up, clean up. Everybody do your share. Well done.
And when the adult can imitate the adult consistently, perhaps 3 times in a row, then the adult can try removing the imitation as a prompt.
Wow, you're cutting the carrot. Okay, Bell Kids, 5 more seconds and then we'll need to clean up, okay? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, clean up. Clean up, clean up. Everybody, everywhere. Clean up, everybody do your share. Clean up, clean up. Very well done. Big high five. Good job.
Because we will be trying to teach the instructions naturally, you would need to try and target the skill during natural points of the day. For example, if you're teaching how to wave hi and bye, do it just before mom or dad leaves for work or when they come home. For example, if you're teaching clean up, make a habit of letting your child clean up their toys after playing. Of course, the more intentional you are to set up as many opportunities as possible in a day, the more practice your child will get in. If you would like more guidance on when to target everyday instructions, feel free to download our daily schedule for natural instructions guide in our Autism at Home article to reference.
Pop quiz. Which instruction below is generally better to start with when teaching a child instructions? Stomp feet, high five, turn around, or jump? B. High five. Why? Because high five usually comes with a cue for the child, in this case, the adult holding up their hand. The other instructions don't usually have a clear cue associated with them. Jill's mom wants to teach her how to give hugs. Every night before bed, she leans in, opens her arms wide and says, "Hug," but Jill does not seem to know what to do. What can Jill's mom do to teach her? Use a video model, explain to Jill what to do, or say, "No, try again." Assuming Jill has the skill of imitation, using a video model can be the most straightforward way so she can understand what hug means. Alternatively, you can demonstrate the action in real life with someone else in the family.
Now it's your turn. From this list of natural, everyday instructions, select 2 or 3 your child does not know yet that you would like to teach. We would typically recommend following the order listed here. Feel free to change up the words according to how your family says it too. For example, some families say tidy up, not clean up. Just be sure to keep the instructions short and sweet for now. Some families might not even use certain instructions commonly, like kiss and hug, and that's okay, individualize it to your child. Then decide together with your partner which parts of the day would be best to target these instructions. Try to get between 3 to 5 practices a day if you can. The more practice, the better. Well, that's it on how to teach instructions in a natural setting. But just like we said at the start of this lesson, some children with autism might have attention that is so fleeting that it is difficult for them to learn from the natural setting. This is why we felt it was important to also touch on how to teach these instructions in a formal, more structured setting where attention is highest and distractions lowest. If you notice, despite the continuous practice, your child still cannot learn an instruction in a natural setting, this next lesson might be very helpful. If you haven't already, do check out our free online resource platform, Autism at Home, which has all the articles and downloadables for you. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, as well as follow us on Instagram and Facebook to stay updated. Thank you for watching, and we will see you soon.